Hey y'all. Happy Labor Day. Hey Bianca. I hope everybody is enjoying this long weekend. I know I am. Actually, I have an extra day tomorrow, so I am excited about that. Please, as you're loading up in the room, please thumbs up this video, get us in the algorithm, share my content. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe because we're almost to 3K subs. We're like less than 150 away from 3,000 subscribers. So I love my Knotty crew for supporting me through this and always hanging there in there with me. So we got a show. I was kind of up in the air about going to live because I'm just really I'm sad. I lost one of my moderators. Um, they passed away, and I've been having a hard time processing it. Prayers up to Michelle, GM, her family. This was a sudden loss, I'm sure, for them. And it definitely hit home for me. So I can only imagine how it's affecting her family. Um, love. I met Michelle on Perry's channel when we used to go live over there at night. And we just built a bond. Like, and she always rode for me. She was always shooing off all the trolls and things like that, and I just appreciate everything she contributed to my channel. I'm trying not to cry. It's a lot. She was a light. um I just it's crazy because like I saw she was missing, but I was just on her Instagram and I figured she was like vacationing with her family and things like that. So the last thing I thought I would hear is that she was rushed to the hospital, and then next she passed away. So like this is my first time like experiencing things like this. Although we are virtual, we still have like a strong connection. But rest in heaven to Michelle GM and her family. She was married, she had children, and one of my best mods. Um, I'm just really gonna miss her. Seeing her in the chat. She always had a smile, and so this is her profile, guys. That's Michelle GM here. And I was just like liking all these pictures, and she was such a beautiful spirit, and loved her family. She loved her family. Um, so if you wonder where I've been kind of grieving, you guys, like trying to process that. That's the first time that something like that has ever happened for me. And my prayers just goes up out to her family. Just really sad about it, you guys. But I know Michelle will want me to keep pushing on. She was sweet, not an evil bone in her body, big heart, full of life. I remember when she posted, she went to Tasha K's comedy event, and I was just like really happy. She's like one of those one of a kind supporters. Like she supports you all the way around. And I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss her, Naughty Crew. So I just really been sad the past couple of days about it. So that's why I haven't been on. So please send prayers to her family. Hope they can come together and get through this tough time, because she was a beautiful spirit in the YouTube world, and was not messy at all. But I loved her point of view all the time. She always participated in the comments and stuff like that. So I'm gonna miss her. I am gonna miss her. Also, We lost another great one, Fatman Scoop. Rest in heaven to him. Oh my gosh. I just feel like within the past month, I've been experiencing a lot of loss, like close to me, distant, and stuff like that. So it makes you really like take a step back and really appreciate the fact that you have life and you're living and things like that. And the importance of like being on top of your health care. But sometimes you could be on top of things and things just take a turn, and Fatman Scoop, he contributed a lot to the music industry, okay? Um lean in, lean out, lean in, lean out. Yeah, like Fatman Scoop, pick it up. Fatman Scoop, pick it up. Yeah, like he was dope. Everybody came out giving their condolences. Even Big Daddy came, made a tribute to him. So those are some of the hits that he is known for, okay? He used to get the club jumping. His family did release a statement. Shout out to them. And it said, it is with profound sadness and very heavy hearts that we share news of the passing of the legendary, iconic Fatman Scoop. All right. Last night, the world lost a radiant soul, a beacon of light on the stage and in his life. All right. Fatman Scoop was not just a world-class performer. He was a father, brother, uncle, and friend. He was the laughter in our lives, a constant source of support, unwavering strength, and courage. Fatman Scoop was known to the world as the undisputed voice of the club. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. His music made us dance, embrace life with positivity. His joy was infectious, and the generosity he extended to all will be deeply missed, but never forgotten. And that's how I feel about Michelle. She'll be deeply missed, but never forgotten. Okay? He was a big deal. But he contributed a lot. He passed away. He was 53. He had a medical emergency after a Connecticut performance. So everybody put up posts for him. Naughty by Nature, everybody. So it's a lot of loss. So we really need to really embrace life, embrace your loved ones, check in on them to make sure they're okay, encourage them to go to the doctors, to get checkups and things like that. So there's no surprises. But he will be missed. But his art will live on for sure. So please thumbs up this video, share, share, share. Hey, Grape Tea. Okay, Bianca said Fatman Scoop was the beacon to my early teen party years. Exactly. He know how to get the party jumping. Okay, like he's got some hits. Y'all gotta do. Y'all gotta do. All right. Okay, those are just some of the hits. All right, his music will live on. His music would. That's why I love art, because like even after I'm gone, my art will still be here, carrying on my legacy, and my presence will still be around. That's why I love to express myself with art. I miss it so much or whatever. But Fatman Scoop made some hits, okay? So before it was DJ Khaled and all that, it was Fatman Scoop, okay? He was the ish. He was the ish. All right, so they're saying he had some health challenges and things like that, but there's a lot of laws, right? Just a lot of laws. All right. So prayers up. Fatman Scoop reportedly was rushed to the hospital after allegedly collapsing and receiving CPR on stage. So let's see what. According to multiple reports, he collapsed on stage while in Connecticut, while performing in Town Center Park in Hamden, Connecticut. It appeared he had medical emergency and collapsed on stage and needed CPR before leaving in an ambulance. Details surrounding the incidents are very sparse at the moment, but many onlookers did confirm he had to leave on a stretcher. Fatman Scoop nor his team has spoke out. All right, so that's just hey Bree, that's just a little background of what was going on, and it just goes to the importance of being on top of your healthcare and things like that. Never be too busy to go to the doctors, get your checkups, check your get your blood work done, so that you could prevent certain things like this, you know. So like prayers up to Fatman Scoop's family, prayers to Michelle GM. You both are gone, but you will never be forgotten, and we are going to deeply miss you. Like I just never thought the furthest thing for your mom when you become a YouTuber and you're creating your team and moderators, the last thing you want to think about is somebody passing away. So I just really been in my feelings about it. Like I'm just really sad for Michelle. Like, and it was an honor to know her. And just feel sad for her family. I just feel sad for her family. I really do. So the best thing to do when you're grieving a loss like this is try to do things to occupy your mind. So that's why I got up here. It was like, let me go live or whatever. So you guys, thumbs up this video. Help me to get to my 3K subs. We are less than 150 away from our goal. So yes, shout out to all my mods, shout out to my subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my subscribers to come. We are growing every day over here, and we're growing strong. All right, so on today's docket, we're gonna get into Diddy. He has a new subpoena with, and also Daphne Joy, 50 Cent baby mother, was named in that subpoena. Okay, you little sex worker. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into Tyrese ignorance. We gonna get into Tyrese ignorance. We got T-Boz now. She just got out the hospital, but she out here calling out Ruth Chris for discrimination. And T.I., he's gonna be a grandfather again. King Harris has a baby on the way. All right. So if we have time, I'm gonna try to get into the politics of it all and what's going on there. There's a poll, so please vote on the poll, because like I'm really over Tyrese and his shenanigans. And at this point, it's just ignorance, okay? And then we got 50 Cent. Him and Rick Ross been going back and forth. And also 50 Cent calling out Dame Dash for being broke. We're going to get into that, because Dame Dash, he's trying to sell off Rockefeller Records. And the court said, no, sir. Not going to happen. You want to know why? Because he owes so much in child support. And I'll tell you what happened. You know, he never adjusted his lifestyle. You know, and he's got so many failed businesses. We'll get into him first. All right. I've been talking about it, but Dame Dash, and shout out to Hip Hop News. He's trying to sell his shares of Rockefeller Record. He said out his own mouth he's broke. Broke Diddy, broke. Okay, all right. Even 50 is speaking on it. Let's see what 50 have to say first before we get into the article. Here we go. Shout out to the Jasmine parent. So 50 Cent recalls Dame Dash did not approve of his record deal with Dr. Dre and Eminem. Let's see what he have to say.
For that first deal,
I got $1 million now.
cash, add the taxes.
The only person that pointed out that $1 million was no money was Damon Dash, and he has no money now. And I only felt that, because he said, well, there ain't no money. Like, after you get you a watch, chain, and you look out for the homies, and you do this, then it's nothing. Right? And I was like, nigga, I'm from 134th Street. $1 billion is a lot of money.
Right.
I think I hit the lotto.
Right.
Are you gonna say there's no money? Like that? And I just never forgot that because of how it felt.
Was that the only offer you got? With any other labels offering you?
I met with everybody. I met with Clue, Desert Storm, all of them. It's because I wanted them to say they was doing the deal with me.
All right. And now Dame Dash is eating his words, okay? Because he broke. Jay-Z a billionaire, you're broke, okay? So Dame Dash, Rockefeller sales has been delayed amid concerns over child support. Child, this man have been going back and forth with child support for years. Actually, that was part of his storyline on Growing Up Hip Hop. Him going back and forth, to court for child support. But do y'all think it's his karma? Maybe, cause he's such an asshole. Yeah. All right. So Dame Dash stakes in Rockefeller Records will remain in his hands for another few weeks, thanks to a federal judge. On Tuesday, August 27, Judge Robert Lieberger delayed the plan to auction of Dash's 1/3 stake in the company, which was originally set to take place on August 29th. It is now set for September 21st. So the auction is happening as part of the judgment against Dash in a lawsuit brought by movie producer Josh Weber. Weber won $823,000 in his suit against Dame for copyright infringement and defamation. The proceeds from the sale of Dash's stake in Rockefeller Records, whose sole property is Jay-Z's debut album Reasonable Doubt, were originally supposed to pay those damages. Now, however, the situation has gotten more complicated. Billboard reports that both New York State and New York City wants money from the sale as well, with the city claiming that Dash owes $197,000 in unpaid child support. And his kids, most of his kids are grown, okay? While the state wants some of the funds to help settle what is said is Dash $8.7 million tax debt, Judge Lieberger's ruling explains that the delay is in place to give Weber a time to set a new higher minimum price for the stake in Rockefeller and to decide on the city's claims to the proceeds. All right. So Weber's attorney has set up a plan with the state and city about how to disperse the money. However, Dash's lawyer, Netraj Ushan, told Billboard that he had no part in the agreement. We look forward to upcoming court conferences so that all interested parties can be heard in the court and can decide who gets what and what priority from the forthcoming public auction. So as mentioned, Rockefeller's only asset is Reasonable Doubt. That means the company may not be as desirable as it sounds, which means it's probably like kind of broke, right? So in a recent filing, Hove and his lawyers claimed that legal ownership of Reasonable Doubt will revert back to him in 2031, regardless of who owns the record label at that point. All right. So Dash responded on Instagram commenting, they can say what they want. This shit is still for sale. You're not buying a copyright. You're buying a piece of a company, Rockefeller Inc. Like, how much is it really worth, though, at this point? He then again welcomed buyers of his 1/3 stake in Rockefeller, adding, please, only serious inquiries only. So let me know what y'all think. Dame Ben had this that long day. Yeah, exactly. It's so sad that our people are focused on this. So black people congratulating another brother's so-called failures. I hope we wake up from Matrix. Okay, Damien. I agree. Tyrese gets on my last nerve. All right. At the end of the day, it's not that I want to see Dame Dash's downfall, but he's been a jerk for a lot of years. Did y'all see Growing Up Hip Hop, the way he treated his kids, his son? They can't even stand him, okay? And I think his arrogance has gotten in the way a lot of the years. And that's why he's not able to be successful in his businesses. It's not that we want to see his downfall. Yes, Bianca, he's been a lousy businessman. Couple that with ego, and it's a recipe for disaster. Exactly. Couture Bay said Dame could have avoided this. He could have avoided this. But I just think his arrogance. He is so arrogant. And this is like, why are you so puffed up with pride? I remember he was on like this therapy show with his brothers. And I couldn't even stand when he talked. Because like at some point, at what point in your life will you be humble? It's just not cool. It's just not cool. It's just not cool. Now, Rick Ross on this same podcast, I believe 50 Cent called out Rick Ross, all right? Now, Rick Ross and 50 Cent have been beefing for years, all right? Years, all right? He even teamed up with Rick Ross's baby mom, Tia Kemp, and put her on. She was on magazine covers and everything or whatever. My thing is like, when does the beef ever end? When do we grow up and let this go? Sorry, guys. Somebody's having a barbecue around me. So 50 Cent and Rick Ross starts a back and forth, okay?
Do you realize that
Shout out to Morning Juice Box, right? It's just like, when does the beef ever end? Here we go.
You told me $1,000 a tree. For 10 trees, that's 10,000. Okay, I just told my homie, you go to Home Depot and you go get me the biggest motherfucking saw there is with a big chain, and you crank that motherfucker. I'ma cut the trees down. You heard me? Who the fuck I am?
Alright, so they really beefing. 50 Cent, like, how rich is he? He cuts his own lawn.
About $1 million a year just on lawn care, and Rick Ross is like, well, I'm not going to do that, and I don't want to do that. And he went to John Deere, bought himself the best rider mower, and now says mowing that lawn is his happy place. Quote, I realized this was something I wanted to do. It was subconscious. I sit there,
isn't it weird?
I have my cannabis rolled up, and man, I look at the property, appreciate my struggles, my triumphs, all those days, and it's the small things that keep the smile on.
I ain't mad at the man for wanting to cut his own lawn. If he want to save $1 cutting his own lawn, I'm not mad at it, okay? Now, here's what 50 have to say.
Why you out there cutting your own grass?
Why you care, 50?
You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Let me ask you
The
this.
AC broken in the motherfucker.
Let me ask you this.
What kind of rich nigga cut his own grass?
Why do you care, 50? Why do you care? Thumbs up the video, please. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're on the path to 3K subs. This is just really immature to me. I'm just gonna ask everybody, trolls and all, please be respectful in my comments. I'm not here to pleasure you in that type of way. So please respect YouTube's guidelines. And if you are disrespectful, I'ma just time you out and I'ma boot you out. I just be tired of these trolls. Like, thank you so much, Christine. I appreciate you. This is just so immature and low vibrational. Like, who cares how Rick Ross cuts his lawn? It's giving weird energy to me. It's giving y'all must like each other or something. I'm just saying. It's been years. It's been like 30 some years, right? Thank you, Bree. Please be respectful. Hey, Australia. Welcome, welcome. Please thumbs up the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. So, yeah, this is just like really immature. And it makes me think about Jonathan Odie's interview when he said, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, they all gay. They all part of the boule. Because this is what this is giving me. Y'all like each other more than... Because if I don't with somebody, I'm not fooling with them this hard. This many years later. But y'all know 50 is petty. He's the king of petty. And he's the king of trolling. So every chance he get, I'm sure he gonna drag that ass. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Up next, we gonna get into Tyrese whining ignorant behind. I'm so tired of him. I can't stand when he have a project coming out because that's when he want to come out and be crying about his child support and his alimony and all the losses in his life. And granted, you know, the grief process is serious, but Tyrese needs to get professional help. And coming to the internet is not professional help. It's not. Well, he sat down with what's his name? Child. I'm so tired of these mofos. Let me find the one I want. He's just so ignorant. All right, let's do this one. Shout out to the art of the dialogue. And everything that we discuss here falls under fair use commentary. Knotty crew. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
You had expressed some feelings about it.
Yeah.
You don't particularly like where it is right now?
No.
Oh, this is him talking about the state of hip hop first.
Because ain't talking about nothing, bro.
We talk about this all.
Let me give y'all one simple trick.
Ben Crump.
Let me give y'all something, okay? Go ahead and keep talking. I'm gonna write something down real quick. I just want y'all to show you. I'm about to show you something that if your motherfucking pen or your note section in your iPhone when you writing all your look like this, then you're a part of the problem. Watch this.
All right. This is the favorite. This is your favorite part of the conversation.
My favorite part.
When we start complaining about hip hop.
We start complaining about hip hop. I'm with it. They talk about nothing.
Well, it depends. We just had an artist earlier, AJ McQueen.
But it's disproportionate.
Yeah.
He's talking about something.
A lack of balance.
It's a lack of balance.
All right, so I'm in the vocal booth, right? My name is Lil Tay Tay, Lil Say Say, Lil May May, right? Lil something.
Little something, right?
I'm in the vocal booth, getting these bars. And down the ball, seen the man that made the band the ball. Here come the hook, nigga. Turn the ball when that pump shit and you.
I can agree with him about the state of hip hop because a lot of it I don't even understand half the time. Half the time they mumble through the song. You can't even make out the lyrics. But that's this new age stuff, right? That's what the young people like now, whatever. I come from the old school where, you know, we can understand the lyrics and the bars. The 90s and the 2000s is like my favorite era when it comes to hip hop. But I could agree with him there, right? What I disagree with him about is his remarks about the anti-Asian hate act or whatever. That's what we want to get into. He sat down with Ben Crump, and shout out to the Art of Dialogue for this one too. And he calls himself calling out Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for signing the hate crime that will protect Asians, right? Okay, so let's hear what he have to say. Let's hear him out. Please participate in the poll and we'll go over the results. But child, here we go.
Biden and Kamala Harris signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody in the Asian community. And there was a spike in crimes and criminal behavior in and around COVID, allegedly and specifically motivated by Trump. And so everybody started treating Asians, beating them, killing them, shooting them, stabbing them, hurting them. And then he gets into the White House, skips over every black and brown Mexican and Latino that have been getting killed like flies, and he makes it a law. Asian hate crime bill is signed into law. So whether you're a police officer or a regular civilian, if you wake up on a Wednesday and say, he's Asian, a woman or a man, let's go do something bad to them, which God forbid would ever happen again. But it is a crime bill that was signed into law that protects Asians at all costs. Where is that same fucking law to be signed into law when it comes to black and brown people? Because what you're doing is, President Biden and Kamala Harris, what you're doing is, you're saying that black and brown people will continue to be disposable.
That's why we got to vote, and we got to make sure our voices are heard, Tyrese. And it matters when we speak up and speak truth to power. When we speak what's on our heart, we will be heard. But first, you got to have the courage to speak up. And that's why I love you, Tyrese. You speak your heart, and your heart will never fail you.
Please thumbs up this video. Okay, yes, and we're going to get into Roland Martin checking him. We might as well just go ahead on. Roland Martin spoke out to correct him. I really wish Ben Crump would have held him a little more accountable, but since he didn't, Roland Martin did. Shout out to the Shade Room for capturing this. Please thumbs up the video, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're almost to 3,000 subscribers. Hey, Be More Shorty. All right, let's hear what Roland Martin had to say.
All right, y'all. Let me make this video real quick, okay? Like, real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about. That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill, that is a lie. Please, learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. It applies to everybody. It also, all it did was also create one job that compiled data. And so again, Tyrese, all right, y'all, you're wrong. You are 100% wrong. And so please, all of you entertainers, when y'all jump out here and make videos and people run with it, I need you to do some verification, do some fact checking before you do that. Okay? So you're wrong. It is not. People called it the Asian hate crime bill because of the attacks. And if you're also going to run your mouths out here and go, there's never been a bill for African Americans, that's a lie. There have been 3 hate crimes bills specific to African Americans. The first one, you were dealing with the Civil Rights Act in 64, okay? Then you all also had the hate crimes bill that dealt with black churches were being burned. I also broke that down on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And then, of course, you had the lynching bill that was also signed. Okay? And don't forget, you also have the Matthew Shepard, you're wrong, James Byrd Act that dealt with hate crimes. Yeah, James Byrd, the black man who was dragged to death in Jasper, Texas. I went there. I broadcast from there. I walked down the street when he was murdered. And so please, all you blogs that keep posting this stuff, Tyrese says he's wrong. He's wrong. Okay? I walked this stuff through on my show. Bill by bill, fact by fact. Got it? Please, call somebody before you start spewing stuff that you know nothing about.
And that's why I felt like Ben Crump.
President Biden and Kamala Harris signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody at the age.
Pure ignorance. And I'm glad Roland Martin came out and corrected him. I felt like Ben Crump should have corrected him too. You know, and that's what, like, we got to be careful when we give people platforms. Like, we have to make sure that we hold them accountable. This is just pure ignorance. Tyrese probably doesn't even keep up with the politics. He just picked out one talking point without doing any research and just talked out the top of his head. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. When he sat down with Shay Shay over there on Club Shay Shay, the interview was all over the place. And it just further solidified that this man needs help. His emotions are all over the place. He don't know if he want to be gangster. He don't know if he want to be the OG. He don't know if he want to be Catholic, Christian, Muslim. He's confused. He's a ball of confusion. And quite frankly, I wish, like, brothers will reel him in and say, look, brother, you need to get help. Stop spewing all your personal business out here. And he does all this. Why? To promote his projects. I get it, right? But there's a number of things you could be talking about besides your alimony, child support. These are all situations that you chose to be in. And you want to garner and emotionally extort the public when you want to cry. And I just say to Tyrese, man the fuck up. Man up. I'm sorry. He just strikes me as the type of man that does not like to be held accountable for his actions. Period. Please thumbs up the video, share the video, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But over here at the Knotty Love Movement, we're going to hold you accountable. You're ignorant. And you need to stop speaking on things you have no knowledge of. Period. What? You're trying to make yourself seem smarter in touch? You're not. You're not. You're not in touch. And I think Ben Crump is full of it. He was clout chasing off of you and using you. Just like he uses all those poor victims whenever it's an injustice happening. And I'm my brother's keeper, child. Yes, Veronica. Clout chasing Crump. I just can't even take him anymore. And I can respect how he felt about hip hop because he's in the music game, right? I have never seen Tyrese attached to politics ever in my life. Ever. Let alone, what has he done for his community? You know, growing up in South Central and stuff like that. When have we ever seen Tyrese give back? I'll wait. Does he really care about his people? I'm just saying. Woo, where's Vin Diesel when you need him? Vin Diesel fighting a lawsuit, child. He got his own problems. So, yeah, let's see what the poll's saying. I asked the Knotty crew, are you tired of Tyrese's public ignorance? 57 of y'all said yes, and 43% said no. Okay, so we have spoken. The bun has spoken. The bun said no more. The bun says no more. You You just as bad as Waka Flocka getting up on Trump's stage rallying for Trump. You just as ignorant. Don't even know what you're talking about. Don't even know what you're talking about, okay? Tyrese, go sit down somewhere. We don't want to hear from you for a good, 6 months. We just need you to go sit down. So tired of him. I am. I'm just sick to death. And it's just like the energy he puts into crying on social media and saying all these ignorant things. He could be spending time with his chilling. Oh, he was complete ignorant. Y'all want to hear it again? Hey, Shasta Saab, thank you for joining. You're never late. Thank you for joining.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody in the Asian community. And there was a spike in crimes.
This is absolutely wrong. This is absolutely not correct. That crime bill not only covers Asians, it covers all. People need to do their homework before they speak on things they don't know. If I don't know something, I ask so I can educate myself. I look things up. That's the proper thing to do. No, he just puts out incorrect information, which I think is very irresponsible for him. Hey, nephew, of him to do that, especially when he has a platform. And Roland Martin came out and corrected him, and I'm glad he did. Roland Martin came and corrected him.
This video real quick, okay? Real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about.
No, you don't, sir.
That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill,
hey, AT2.
That is a lie. Please, learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. Right. It applies to everybody. It also, all it did was also create one job that compiled data. And so again, Tyrese, all right, y'all.
All right. So you heard Roland Martin broke it down, and thank God for him holding him accountable. So for those of you who weren't clear about the details about that anti-hate bill or whatever, it covers everyone. They just named it because after Asians because of what was going on at the time. But these celebrities, I wish they stay away from topics they are not educated in. Stick to what you know. You know about the music industry, so I can respect you, Tyrese, and how you feel about the state of hip-hop and things like that, and the mumble rapping and stuff like that. I can respect that, but when it comes to politics, sir, do you even vote? Hey, Shasta. Shasta says, so many people won't research, so they say whatever. Right. Veronica said, Roland had to save Jermaine Dupri too. They speak without doing research. Absolutely. It's pure ignorance. Please thumbs up the video. Shout out to the Shade Room for capturing that footage. But Tyrese, we need a break. Go sit down in your mansion somewhere. Now, we know you had to drop your project because you got mounting legal fees because you keep getting married to these women, cheating on them instead of just staying single. And then you get mad and butt hurt when you got paid alimony and child support. Sir, then don't get married. Then it's the women's fault because you done adapted them to a lifestyle of the rich and famous, and you mad you got to continue to support. Thumbs up this video. That's what it is. He don't like to be held accountable for his actions at the end of the day. Period. And all you are is a cheater. Seriously. I just showed you on the channel with a new chick. You ain't learned nothing. Learn how to be by yourself. Sit in yourself. Go get therapy. Walk through your trauma. Resolve it. All right. Enough of him. Oh, that's too much energy on him. I can't stand stupid. Dumb. He's looking for a queen. Please don't violate another woman's life with your antics. He's a narcissist too. He's a narcissist. Did y'all see the way he dragged his ex-wife? Disgusting. Publicly. Ciao. Alright, let's get into T-Boz. Okay, because T-Boz is calling out Ruth Chris. Now, we've been reporting on T-Boz. Look, she been going on live a lot now, okay? Yeah. So she was recently hospitalized for a stomach blockage. She came out and clarified that it did not have anything to do with her sickle cell. She's been out in the open about her sickle cell, and prayers up to everyone who is dealing with that. That is a disease that is very, very hard to live with. You know, you're in a lot of pain, and when you go into crisis, it means hospital or whatever. So she came out, she clarified that. So cool. Prayers up to her. Glad she's doing better. Well, it looks like she is out to eat. Let's see. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for this footage.
The airport, so flying all day, I'm tired. We come to Northbrook, Illinois to Ruth Chris, okay? Now, I got on a hat because, like I said, I'm tired and been traveling all day. So my hair is not combed, I'm not going to take off my hat. So we come, the hostess don't say anything. All these huddle waitresses don't say anything. We get set down. We get bread, water, order our food, and then all of a sudden, 20 minutes in, the manager comes and says that I have to take off my hat. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So she's like, you got to sit at the bar. I don't drink. I don't mind sitting at the bar, but we're comfortable. I'm already tired. I don't want to play musical chairs. But then I look behind me. There's two black guys with hats and tank tops. And she said they were told, but they already ate their whole meal. And they're paying for their food, sitting in the same place. But you want me to get up? No. Okay, so I just came from the airport. So, flying all day. I'm tired.
All right, so then the Jasmine brand posted the dress code for Ruth Chris. Business casual, proper attire required, please. Kindly remove all hats when entering the restaurant. Guests wearing ball caps are asked to dine in the bar or the lounge.
Came from the airport, so flying all day, I'm tired. We come to Northbrook, Illinois to Ruth Chris, okay? Now, I got on a hat because, like I said, I'm tired and been traveling all day. So my hair is not combed, I'm not going to take off my hat. So we come, the hostess don't say anything. All these huddle waitresses don't say anything. We get set down. We get bread, water, order our food, and then all of a sudden, 20 minutes in, the manager comes and says that I have to take off my hat. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So she's like, you got to sit at the bar. I don't drink. I don't mind sitting at the bar, but we're comfortable. I'm already tired. I don't want to play musical chairs. But then I look behind me, there's two black guys with hats and tank tops. And she said they were told, but they already ate their whole meal.
That is discrimination. I mean, like, the rules have to apply for everyone across the board. You don't get to be selective about that. But I didn't even know that they had like a strict dress code like this. And granted, you have fancy restaurants in New York City where it's like black tie attire. Okay. Thank you so much, Ashter. Please subscribe, you guys. We're almost to 3,000 subs. I'm so excited. We're less than 150 away. See, AT2 said, I didn't know you couldn't wear hats at Ruth Chris. Right. What's wrong with a hat? Yes, if there is a policy, so you know what that leads me to believe? Like, before I go out to certain restaurants, which usually I'm dressed appropriately or whatever, but I'm going to check the dress codes. That's what that's telling me. And it looks like they're saying like if you do have on like a baseball cap or whatever, you can dine in the bar area or whatever, just not the main area. But yeah, I'm puzzled by that. I'm perplexed. Like I don't know how to feel. Like, do y'all feel like she should have just took off the hat and kept it moving? I feel like she pushed back because she seen other people with hats on. Like, so if I got to remove my hat, so did they. Fair exchange is no robbery, right, Naughty Crew? So I get it. And look, different restaurants have different like type of dress codes. Even clubs, when you go to clubs. I remember when we was in Vegas and I had on just like I had on these actually. I had on these and they would not let me in. They was like, those are slippers. And I kindly and it was like something crazy, like $100 at the door. I was like, I ain't doing that. No, thank you. I'm good. I'd rather go to a dive bar and be comfortable, you know. So, you know, restaurants have a right to enforce dress codes, all right? And I just think fair warning, like before you go out to these places, make sure you go on their websites and check their dress code so that you don't feel embarrassed like T-Boz did, okay? All right, that's all I got on T-Boz. Please thumbs up the video, share the video, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, okay? And we got some good news. You know, life is always a beautiful thing. But T.I. announced that King Harris, you know, stand on business, is expecting. Okay, shout out to the neighborhood talks. We always love new life.
So I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm going to make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
Can we encourage our children to be something better than gangsters? Like, you end up in jail or dead. Oh, what did that leave you, T.I.? You was in prison. Okay, so congratulations to King on his new bundle of joy. He's expecting a little boy, all right? And that caused his baby mama to come out the woodworks. Okay, thumbs up the video. Yes, double tap them 3 dots in the top of the screen and you'll see the like button. Please thumbs up the video to get us in the algorithm, okay? So this is King's baby mama. Shout out to Neighborhood Talks. Okay, she looks like an Instagram something. She's showing her baby bump. Okay. So, you know, looking forward to seeing the baby pictures. I mean, it should be interesting. But Neighborhood Talk shady. They said King's alleged baby mama pops out with her baby bump. You think she trapped him? Right. Does he work? Was this a one-night stand? I've never seen King with any female. Like, yeah, what does he do? I know he was trying to do the music thing for a little while. I don't know. Maybe it's popping down south, but I don't hear any of his records up here. Right. Who's going to take care of that baby? Tiny and T.I. You know, he is Nepo baby at his finest, okay? But yeah, good point. Does he work? What does he do for a living? And this girl, she's sitting up here thinking she hit the jackpot. But is he going to marry you? Is he going to marry you? You doing all of this? Deja might babysit her nephew. You doing all of this, girl. What do? You know what you signing up for? She feeling like she hit the jackpot, girl. Child. Child, you just a baby mama. And if he ain't gonna marry you, Alright, so King has reproduced. Should be interesting. T.I.'s money, but you know what? I heard T.I. is very, very cheap. Very cheap behind the scenes. Remember the first season of the Family Hustle, right? And they gifted Zanique a Jeep truck or something like that. Turns out it was a lease, and he made her pay for it. The things these people do for the show. Anna Montana said he was cheap. Right, I heard that too. Hey, Jarrell. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please thumbs up the video. Share if you care. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're on the path to 3K subs. All right. So, interested to see who the baby looks like, you know? It's a toss up. It's a toss up. It's given. Remember when Beyonce was pregnant with Blue Ivy? Everybody was like sending out these memes and pictures of what the baby would possibly look like. Oh, child. Because they are real, like, the Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll keep my eye out for the baby pic. Hey, Methy, welcome. I don't have beef with gays. People can sleep with whoever they want. I don't care. It's giving leprechaun. Ooh, I just hope they don't act shady and shicey with the DNA test. Yeah, Blue got lucky. She got her mama's genes. or have Beauty and the Beast. Well, thank you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank y'all so much. All right. Oh, all right. Next, we're going to get into... I want to get into Diddy. He has been... Him and Daphne Joy, you know, the little sex worker, they have been subpoenaed. Shout out to the Jasmine Band. So Diddy and Daphne Joy... named in federal subpoena, officials request surveillance footage and reservation records from Miami hotel amid rapper's ongoing SA investigation. Woo! I wish they come on and arrest already. So new details have surfaced regarding music mogul #NoDiddy ongoing abuse investigation. In the latest, reports revealed that officials have subpoenaed an unnamed Miami hotel where the billionaire was staying with his rumored boo. #Daphne Joy, you little sex worker. Okay? As authorities continue to recover evidence pertaining to the criminal case. A report published this past Friday, August 30th, states that prosecutors from the Southern District of New York are looking to secure a number of documents regarding Sean Diddy Combs' hotel visits beginning January 1st of 2008. The subpoena reportedly named Daphne Joy and a few other of the musicians' associates specifically, though the nature of her involvement is unclear at the time. If you recall, the model and mother of Curtis 50 Cent Jackson's son was implicated in Diddy's ongoing SA case by producer Little Rod Rodney Jones, who alleged she and Young Miami were paid to be Diddy's SEX workers. You little sex worker, Daphne. Yes. It remains unclear what role the subpoena will play in Diddy's ongoing legal troubles. It's been reported that the Revolt founder is currently at the center of a huge federal investigation out of New York that may see him charged with a number of SA and RICO crimes. So y'all let me know what y'all think. It's not looking good, you know. It's not looking good for the diddler. Please thumbs up this video. It's not looking good. I mean, okay? I'm waiting for the mugshot, okay? Now, they've been speaking of a grand jury all this time and stuff like that. So I'm just waiting to see some action or whatever. Did he do it? Or did he not? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Let's start a poll, okay? Did he do it or not? I'm gonna just say, did he do it? Y'all let me know what y'all think, okay? Things seem to be heating up, and I just really feel like when they do pounce, they want to make sure they have him. So that's why I feel like they expanded the investigation, because they want to make sure they get it all. I mean, they're saying that it's going to be more to come out, more lawsuits, more people speaking out and stuff like that. I went over on my channel, previous sex worker, hired prostitute, stopped the sale of Diddy's home in LA, because Diddy was going to the prison trying to get him to settle and not tell him, tell his account with him, you know. And it's a lot of reasons why he would want to silence people, and that's why Jonathan Odie ended up like speaking out. Like, he ended up suing Diddy because Diddy transmitted allegedly the herpes to him, so he ended up settling with a large millions and millions of dollars or whatever. But after Diddy sued, because Natanya, the 1999 Blicky shooting victim, she also was able to successfully sue Diddy. And after he settles, he then proceeds to like harass and bully you and torture you. I guess that's his way of saying he mad about giving that money away. Y'all let me know what y'all think, okay? Right, Bree. I know. Where are the charges? And that's what I'm waiting to see. I'm definitely waiting to see. They doing all this subpoenaing and executing warrants and searching the home. Like, where's the end result of all of this? But I also believe, like, Homeland Security and FBI, they not going to waste funds on all of this and not come up with something. Shiny jail suit, man. Chill. Yes. And Daphne Joy, you little sex worker. You just going handful custody over the 50, okay? And I'm surprised. I'll check. I'm surprised 50 did not troll this story. He too busy trolling Ricky Rose. That's why. I'm sure he'll come. For Nipsey Hussle, yeah. You know, I heard stories about that, like, and they be saying that Lauren London kind of setting it up. I don't know, but they said Diddy behind that too. I mean, shall we name the laundry list of deletions that happen around him? It's just weird, like, how many people lose their lives in connection with him. Like, it's just weird. Oh boy, okay. Boys to Men singer Wanya Morris is in the news. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. He accuses his ex-wife of preventing him from communicating with their sons. It's weird. So the Boys to Men member claimed, and for those of you who don't know, you know, he's like the lead singer of Boys to Men, and his boys, he taught them to sing, honey. They could sing. But you know, although we go to the end of the road. Okay, let's go. All right, so the Boys to Men member claims that his ex-wife has blocked him from viewing his son's music page, suggesting that they currently are on the best terms. Wanya Morris revealed his family problems in the comment section of an Instagram post uploaded to his account several weeks back, dedicated to his son's music group, Wanya Morris. All right. The End of the Road singer expressed how proud he is of his 4 sons that make up the band, sharing a picture of them and writing, "I am beyond proud of my children and all of their successes. They are destined for great things. I love them all, and special thank you, my queen, at the Mary J. Blige for your support, guidance to my offspring." That's right, Mary J. She was working with a project with them. And then he says, "A huge shout out to all of you who have supported me and now my children. We are humbled and grateful. Your love doesn't go unnoticed." So after one user questioned why Moore's page wasn't tagged. Morris shared that he had to repost the image for someone else's page because he doesn't have access to his son's accounts, right? And because I can't, I'm blocked. This is my only way to show how proud I am. Since you have an opinion, maybe request that their mom unblock me. Morris married his first wife, Tracy Nash, in 2002. They later welcomed 6 children, 2 daughters, as well as their 4 boys, who go by the stage names of Big Boy, Chulo, Tyrese, and Rocco, as the group Wham Wanmore, excuse me. The entertainer married his current wife, Amber Reyes, in 2019, and the couple shares an infant daughter. Did he cheat? She might be bitter baby mama. So this is his post. Alright. And that's what we just went over. Why they got you blocked, Wanya? Do it got something to do with what you did with Brandy back in the day when she was underage? Huh? Why they got you blocked? Did they find out who you really are? Oh, okay. Mary let them open for her last tour. I wish she would have brought them when she came here. Hey, Shakespeare. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Yes, please thumbs up the video. So I thought that was interesting. Like, why are you blocked? Did you do something today, mama? Because they big boys. They almost grown. Do y'all think the mama blocked them or the boys blocked them? I think the boys blocked them. And here are the boys. They handsome boys. They are handsome. And they could sing like they daddy. But it's a lot that's going to come out that has been speculated about Wanya and his narcissism and his attitude and things like that. All right, I want to get into the Braxton Family Values. I did watch, and this week's episode was so good. So I recommend everybody go and watch, all right? Because last they left off, little Kevin Jr., Tracy's only son, was being arrested. Ultimately, he was released on his own recognizance, and it was a warrant, like, failure to appear in court or whatever. He is going through so much. Not only did he lose his mom, he's also going through a divorce, and my heart just breaks for him. But this week episode, Trina and Tawanda and the dad and the Braxton brother, I forget his name, they all gathered around him to extend their hand of support, to let him know that he was there. And so he opened up about the struggles he's going through with his father, and that Kevin Sr. is trying to contest Tracy's will. He is bitter because Tracy left everything to her son, as she should. As she should. Okay? You grown, Kevin Sr. You gonna be alright. But Kevin Jr. got young children and stuff like that. And I really, really think Tracy just wanted to make sure that Kevin Jr. will always be okay. And she didn't want anyone to be able to interfere. Not only did she make Kevin Jr. her executive, she also left him in charge of her brand. Okay? In control of her brand. Well, now we find out why Kevin Sr. hasn't been around. He's been contesting the will. He's been going against Tracy's wishes. Like Tracy, for example, she did not want a funeral. She didn't want people grieving like that over her. She just wanted to be cremated and everybody just, move on and stuff. She wanted her life to celebrate it. She wanted everybody to have a good time. Well, Kevin Sr. wanted to do his own thing. And so he planned a funeral against her wishes. So that tells me I'm glad Tracy put things in place for her son because, sir, Kevin Sr., you do not follow instructions well at all. It's given like you just trying to control and profit off of her legacy because there's still money to be made off of Tracy. Okay? I'm going to see if I can find that clip. But Trina took Kevin Jr. to the lawyer because Kevin Jr. was saying like his dad is contesting the will and saying like Tracy wasn't in her right mind making those wishes, and he's just really trying to give him a hard time, and I just think it's fucked up on his part. Hey, Say Hudson. Yes, plus he's a cheater, okay? They was on marriage boot camp working through those issues. He's definitely a cheater. And who's to say he wasn't cheating already while Tracy was on her deathbed, okay?
So I'd be able to hire someone in 24 hours.
Job today. New York's #1 hiring app. Download.
How have y'all been since my mother's passing?
It's moments of, damn, she ain't here.
Fair use.
You know? But for me, I feel her energy and I feel her spirit everywhere.
Yeah, you know, your mom used to call me every day. Every morning, she would send me some little quirk that I laugh in the morning.
So this is them when they sat down as a family. They gathering around little Kevin as they should. This is how the grief process goes. You have to band together as a family to help each other through it.
Nah, I miss that.
You okay?
Fair use.
I'm straight.
I could tell that he's really, really grieving still deeply. And you cannot put a timestamp on a person's grief and healing.
Fair use, fair use.
Mean, I can't even imagine how he feels right now.
So what can we do for you as a family?
I'm just doing audio.
I feel like I'm at a certain point where like I don't know how that looked for me. But reaching out is an emergency.
Why do you wait until you're in a state of emergency to call on your family? Why can't we be there for you throughout the whole process?
Yeah, going through your all, ups and downs. And it's not an anthem. When I am going through my ups and downs, it's like as a man, I'm trying to figure things out myself too. So if I come to y'all all the time and I'm having hardships, where's that leave me?
All right, so when you're going through grief, especially when you're losing a parent and things like that, it creates a state of confusion. But I'm loving how the family is gathering around him to help him through. But ultimately, Trina took, because he spoke about the rift between him and his father, and how his father is saying like, oh, Tracy wasn't in her right mind. It's giving he mad that Tracy didn't. I felt like Tracy was like, I'm gonna stick it to you one good time, and I'm gonna leave everything to my kid. It's not that she didn't love him, but he put her through a lot of stuff. All right, so then Trina took Lil Kevin to the lawyer's office. I'm just trying to see if they have like a short clip. Okay. And the lawyer revealed Tracy's last wishes. He also revealed that he recorded Tracy and what her wishes were. And she clearly wanted everything to go to little Kevin. All right. So it's going to be hard for Kevin Sr. to continue to contest this. But my thing is, as a man, why would you take your son through this? He just lost his mother. You're his last surviving parent. Why would you drag your child through this? Because you're greedy and selfish, like we always knew. Because his cheating affected Tracy dearly. Okay. Yes, please thumbs up the video. So I'm just happy that Trina was able to take Lil Kevin to the lawyer. And one thing that stood out to me, Once he got that information and got confirmation, he also said his mom always talked about that to him, how she was going to leave everything to him. But once he got that confirmation, you could see the confidence in him build up. You could see the life come back into his eyes. And the one thing he said, like, you know, I don't want to beef with my father. You could tell he loves his father. He's like, I don't want to be at odds with him. You know, but I was born into this family legacy. You were married in. I said, yeah, baby. Yeah. And then the show ended so explosive. I can't wait till next week. But Tawanda was going off. She was going off. So something went down. Something went down. And one thing I do notice, they always talk about Trina being around Tracy in her last time. The mother, all the sisters was around her. I don't never hear Kevin was around. Don't y'all find that strange? Food for thought, Knotty crew. Food for thought. Okay, I'm glad because I wasn't even gonna watch. Because, you know, I got a hard time dealing with Tamar in her mouth in order to get a girl. What? The ghetto girl dramatics. Like, I just be like tired. So they didn't show that much of Tamar this season, last night's episode. So I was like, there is a God. There is a God, child. There is a God. I started watching Deliverance on Netflix. I'll let y'all know. The jury's still out on that. The jury is still out on that. I'm hearing that Jennifer from Basketball Wives' wedding is canceled. Did anybody else hear that? Yo, I will be getting my girlfriend together, okay? And I also been watching the YSL case. Now, the defense really stuck it to the prosecution. I'm interested to see how the prosecution is going to come back. Their star witness is a bona fide liar. And they tripping him up in all type of ways. But basically how the trial ended, all fingers point to Woody. Woody, you did it. Yeah, Jennifer Williams' wedding canceled. Let's see. Because that man going to jail. Let's see.
Media takeout. Arrest warrant issued for Basketball Wives Jennifer Williams' fiance
You over Little Woody?
days before their wedding. Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams, 48, is preparing for an over-the-top wedding to her new boyfriend Christian Gold, 30. But that may have to wait. Media takeout confirmed that Georgia law enforcement issued a warrant for Christian's arrest this week. Authorities are asking that Jen husband turn himself in and serve up to 2 years in prison. Here's the tea. Jennifer and their fiance Christian are currently filming the new season of Basketball Wives, and the two were set to get married in just a few days at a beautiful overseas destination. The wedding was to be filmed for Basketball Wives. Now, here's the problem. Christian is currently on probation. He was convicted of DV against his ex-girlfriend nearly a decade ago. After spending some time in prison,
all right,
Christian was
we know all of this,
but
I don't see how they could get married. He can't leave the state. Woody is hilarious, though. It's mad sound bites from him. But the defense stuck it to him. I'm interested to see how the prosecutor is going to turn this around. Like, all their witnesses are falling apart. And and you know, one of the things that stood out, because they had charges pending against Woody for lying and things like that. And then all of a sudden the charges were dropped. Woody didn't even know. He found out while he was on the stand being questioned by the defense. And he showed him everything signed by Fannie Willis. Child. It's something not clean in the water. I'm telling you, down in Fulton County. And I know why Woody don't want to go back to jail. Because it's disgusting there. An inmate just recently passed away from bug bites, okay? And the family sued and won. The conditions there. Conditions. Let me see if I can find y'all. It's disgusting. Like, half the jail is inhabitable. But I'm telling you, it's something not clean in the water down there in Fulton County. I reported that those officers were arrested for bringing in cell phones and contraband and food to the inmates. Well, the company, because they worked for an outside third-party company, their company now has withdrew their services due to non-payment. Fulton County owes them over $1 million. It's a lot, and to me that just smells corruption, Naughty Crew. And this is why Lil Woody doesn't want to go back. So why aren't they paying they hired these people to come in. The jails are overcrowded, understaffed. Now you lost your third party due to non-payment. Something is not right. Why is the prison falling apart? Why aren't they fixing anything? They're saying the conditions are inhumane. Here's a clip. Here you. You said that is the worst jail? Yeah, her jumping off the balcony was crazy.
The Fulton County Sheriff opened the doors to his jail today to show the extremely poor conditions that he's trying to fix.
As Fox 5's Morris Diggs reports, the spotlight has been on the jail since the death of a prisoner whose body was covered with bugs.
See?
On top of the Fulton jail being way overcrowded, there are sections like this one here that they can't use or shouldn't use, and yet they had been used and part of the deplorable conditions.
An inmate complains he needs to get out of the county jail to go see a judge. The sheriff, Pat Labatt, allowed the public to see inside.
Every inmate, every detainee, in every cell.
Labatt says he will look at every floor and talk to the inmates. Some continue to be curled up in doggy-style plastic trays due to overcrowding. And conditions made even worse because some of the jail sections cannot be used. We saw cell doors off hinges, water from leaks, and other things we will not put on this broadcast. One inmate told Labatt he's not been able to shower since Saturday.
I came up here Saturday when we had our intake. We took a shower when we were coming up with intake. That was it.
The highly publicized death of one inmate who sustained bug bites had been housed on a different medical floor. But that death put the Fulco jail and the sheriff in the spotlight.
We have been, technically leading this out. We're in crisis.
Labatt told me he believes the rank and file were afraid to go over their bosses' heads to let him know how bad things had gotten. He successfully persuaded Atlanta Mayor Dickens to allow him to use the downtown city jail for extra beds. But here's the problem. He has to move already short manpower from Rice Street to supervise transferred prisoners.
Are you restricted somewhat because you're already on a manpower crunch here, so you can only do it in a phase?
So what we've done is, yes, we're doing it in phases because of manpower.
And the sheriff wants to make it clear he's not asking for a fancy new jail. He calls what's needed a replacement jail. You've seen these conditions here today.
It's condemned.
It explains why. From Northwest
It's condemned.
horse digs.
Where's the money going? I smell corruption, and yes, this is just as bad as Rikers Island. And when they started investigating that, what did they find? Corruption everywhere. Okay, now I reported on the correction officers that were arrested for bringing in contraband. Well, the third party company they work for now has withdrew their contract due to non-payment. Let me see if I can find it. But that's why Woody don't want to go back. Hold on.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Shut on phone. Okay, here it is. Here it is. This is the head of...
We acquiesced and we were amendable to removing that clause so that there could be an advancement.
Hold on, let me go back.
Press conference basically saying, look, we're pulling out because they're not paying us. They owe us over $1 million.
Right.
And then we shoot right into another video where the Fulton County Sheriff is saying, yeah, that's true, we didn't pay him. But you'll see what he has to say. So,
shout out to Paralegal Institute of Washington, D.C.
It's painting a particular kind of picture. About
yes, it's
so,
painting a picture of corruption.
In the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. And now we'll get into the video of the contractor who pulled out of Rice Street for non-payment.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's 2 minutes after the hour. My name is Joe Sordi. I am the CEO of Strategic Security Corp. And we are prepared to give a brief statement surrounding the incidents regarding the suspension of services at the Fulton County Jail. We will not be taking any questions during this statement, so please hold all questions until after the statement is complete. Once again, my name is Joe Sordi, S-O-R-D-I. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Strategic Security Corp. This contract has started on or about July 1st, 2023, to provide security guard supplemental services to the Fulton County Jail. That's approximately 80 security guards. It initially started at 40 and has ramped up to 80 to provide supplemental duties to the deputies performing the jail services. These are non-direct contact services with the inmates. These are ancillary services such as doorways, entrances, and exits. Immediately in the contract negotiations, the Fulton County Jail requested that we pull back a clause regarding non-solicitation of our employees. Typically, we have that in every type of contract. Every security provider does. Whereas a company cannot solicit for direct hire your employees. It was conveyed to us that they wish to remove that part of the agreement so that if a security guard wanted to elevate his career and become a sheriff's deputy, he could. So barring that exclusion, we acquiesced and we were amendable to removing that clause so that there could be an advancement of one's career into a deputy public sector position, which obviously would pay more and there's greater longevity. So barring that, there is nothing that we would agree to as far as a solicitation clause. Almost immediately, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office fell behind in payments in excess of 90 days. And despite non-payment, we continued to pay all of our employees and have payroll records to prove that all of our employees were paid weekly for the past year while we were waiting for payment from Fulton County Jail. We have in excess of 75 to 100 documented phone calls and emails to representatives of the Fulton County Jail, the mayor's office, the governor's office, the board of commissioners, requesting payment for said services. Negotiations and deadlines for the suspension of services began way back in February of 2024, when it was apparent that the county jail was not able to fulfill its end of the agreement and pay for services. Being a former law enforcement officer and a public servant, it was with a heavy heart that we had to set a deadline for a drop dead date if we were to pull out of this contract. We gave them till March 28th to provide an answer if they're able to come up, I'm sorry, not March 28th, August 28th, to provide an answer if they're able to come up with funding for the project. We had several communications to them throughout the course of the day. The deadlines came and passed. Then on March 28th, as it was looming, the definitive deadline, the drop dead date where we were going to suspend services, we finally got communication back and engaged in communication with the Fulton County Jail. Subsequently, we sent over a revised addendum to an agreement with terms outlining conditions for payment of services and subsequent terms to ensure that all parties are fairly represented. The contract deadline for that came and went, and we placed several more calls to representatives of the jail, including the sheriff. They all fell on deaf ears. We did not get a response. After we did not get a response, we were then forced to notify our staff that we are suspending services effective immediately of the drop dead date that we provided to the county, and we would no longer be providing any subsequent services to the jail. It is with a heavy heart that we do this, because we understand that it puts inmates at risk, it puts sheriff's deputies at risk, it puts a whole host of people at risk, including the local constituents of Fulton County. And it results in jail being shut down, as well as our employees that are reliant upon these jobs to have steady employment. We are actively pursuing all measures to re-engage Fulton County if should they decide they want to continue services. We are always open for that. We are also taking all of our employees and looking to move them to other contracts that we have throughout the state. Sheriff Labatte's statement that he is looking to hire our employees directly demonstrates that upon entering the contract, the agreement was entered in bad faith. Mm-hmm. If you're looking to solicit our employees, and if you never had the funds to actually pay for said services being rendered. Back in February or March of last year, we were told that there was a cyber attack, and that was the delay in payment. We were providing no said proof. Furthermore, it just compounded day after day, week after week. And the only reason why we haven't pulled out until now is because of our moral obligation to the officers and the men and women in blue that we stood side by side with in the jail, and wanted to provide the safest environment for those in our care and custody, and to supplement the deputies as well. But we can no longer continue to support the project and pay our officers. So we are paying our officers through the end date, and we have suspended services until a new agreement could be made.
I wouldn't even enter in another agreement.
He's looking to hire our employees directly. To our knowledge, that means that they are not being given peace officer status. If they are not given peace officer status, They are then governed to have a security license issued by the Georgia Board of Private Detectives and Agencies. If they're not given peace officer status, they do not fall under the color of law exception, which means if there is some sort of liability or act taken, that they are outside the scope of their employment, as they are not licensed. If their title is basically the same as it was with us, security, then they need to be licensed, and the Fulton County Jail itself needs to be licensed as a security agency or a private detective agency, which it is not. It is licensed as a law enforcement entity. So this raises several questions for us as far as if they're violating OCGA codes and laws. And if they do hire our personnel and they weren't able to pay us or remit payment for invoices and services rendered to the tune of in excess of $1 million, where are they going to come up with paying these employees on a weekly basis?
Period. So where's the money? Where's the money? Look at the conditions of their prison or the county jail and things like that. Where's the I smell corruption bubbling up. I told my Knotty crew, like, they're going to start from the inside and work their way up. It ain't looking good. It's something not clean in the water in Fulton County. I'm sorry. It's not. Even with this whole YSL case. It's all based on lies. The only thing the prosecution has been able to prove is that Thug is a blood. He's a member of the Bloods. They can't prove that he was like a head honcho ordering hits. I heard one phone call where Thug had called the big homie because they call it green lighting when they trying to off you or whatever. So they had to validate him, and the big homie's like, no, he a hold, this and that. They have not proven that he's running like a whole criminal enterprise to me. So I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching the court case while I'm off, because I want to see how the prosecution is going to spin this, but it's not looking good, honey. It's not looking good at all. All right, so I just wanted to give y'all some briefing update on the Braxton Family Values and also this YSL case. I'm keeping my eyes. Something not clean in the water down there in Fulton County, and I'm feeling like it's a lot of corruption. From Nathan Wade, shout out to Sugar Mama Fanny. Right. And yeah, where's the money going? I know the state allots them a certain amount of money per inmate. Where's the money going? Like, that building is falling apart. Right, Shasta. This is foul. Not everyone in there is guilty. Some of them are just poor. Now we can see why Woody lied his way out of prison. Because I wouldn't want to be there either. That's what he mean. I'm going to tell him anything they want to hear and get him off my ass so I can get out of jail. Because one lawyer was asking him about the conditions of the prison or whatever. And he was like, the shower is so backed up with water, they call it cum water. C-U-M water. This whole case is going to be thrown out, but the prosecution don't want to let go. They already got rid of 2 judges. Right! It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'll keep my eyes out, Naughty Crew. And I'll also keep watching the Braxton Family Values. It's actually better than I thought it would be. Right. From all that water sitting, mold comes from that, and also bugs. That young man died of bug bites. They are starving, like, the inmates are starving in there. Like, I just couldn't imagine. Like, I'm surprised Thug is as big as he is. It looks like he put on weight since he been in there, but the conditions are horrible, and it does. It reminds me of Rikers Island and the things that went on there, and it makes me think about, remember Khalif Browder? Rest in heaven. Like, due to him dealing with those conditions in Rikers Island, constantly having to fight and stuff like that, being in a hole for so long, his mental went crazy. Chino Man gives daddy vibes and narc vibes. Wow. Mosquitoes, for real. This is cruel and unusual punishment. It's neglect. And that's what they sued. The family sued Fulton County on those bases, like neglect. Because you're still allotted your basic civil rights while you're locked up. You know what I mean? But they're not, it seems that they're not even able to meet those basic standards. And to me, the jail needs to be condemned at this point. It's crazy because the outside look all pretty, right? And you go inside, you see them guts, it's nasty up in there. So just the conditions alone will make you go crazy. Right. Rikers was crazy. And it was a lot of corruption. A lot of corruption. All right, Knotty Crew. I appreciate every last one of y'all joining me this evening. I appreciate every last one of y'all liking the video, sharing, and subscribing. It's dope. Yes, we at 2,857 subscribers. So let's keep it going. I'll be back live tomorrow. I'm gonna check out to see what's going on with the trial. I'm interested to see what's going on with how the prosecution is gonna turn this around. I don't think they could. Right, Shasta. Sadly, it's county, so it's not like these big time criminals. It's misdemeanor charges mostly, and also a lot of them can't even meet the basic requirements to make bail, and that's why a lot of them are sitting there. A lot of them can't afford lawyers and things like that. And if the prison system, if the Fulton County Jail is overworked and understaffed, I can only imagine what's going on in the prosecution office. But I feel like the defense got to win this past week, and they stuck it to the prosecution. All right, so let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this new subpoena with Diddy and Daphne Joy. Let me know how y'all feel. Well, y'all told me how y'all felt about Tyrese. We tired, Tyrese. We tired. We want you going time out. You need to go to some type of spiritual retreat and go away for like 6 months. We also talked about T-Boz. She felt like she was discriminated against at Ruth Chris. I just think she didn't read the policies before she went in there, and she thought her stardom was gonna get her over. Let me know what y'all think about King Harris becoming a father. And once again, rest in heaven to my mod that passed away, Michelle GM. You will be missed. I love you all. And rest in heaven to Fatman Scoop. Remember, hug one another, love on one another, because you never know when somebody's time is up. When the Lord calls you home, he calls you home. So that's why we got to embrace and enjoy the time that we are here and love on one another. Stop all this hate and divide. I appreciate every last one of you joining me. Yeah, be more shorty. Yeah. I'm gonna miss Michelle. I'm gonna miss her. So I love every last one of you. Let's keep it pushing. Like, comment, share. We'll be back tomorrow with trending topics. I love every last one of you. Let me check this poll. I asked, did Diddy do it? And 82% said yeah. Hell yeah. And 17% said no. It's all good. Everybody has a right to their opinion. I'm waiting for the mugshot. I don't feel the need to keep up on every little detail of Diddy. If it's going to go down, we going to be there, Knotty Crew, to report on it. This is not news. On the East Coast, we always knew what type of creep and vile human being he was. We just waiting for the rest of the world to catch up, all right? And, you know, unfortunately, you got crooked cops in his pockets. That's who I want to see prosecuted. The people that helped him through the years cover up all these crimes. Woo! That's a story for another day, Knotty Crew. Until next time. We love you too. Bird Tribe. We love you too. So please come back. I'll try to bring you trending topics on a daily basis. All right. Appreciate you all. Have a beautiful evening and enjoy Labor Day. I think I'm about to go outside and play some darts. Yes. Love you all. Bye.